Julian Huppert.
I'm fascinated by your description that it was a very, very early trip. I mean, there's something that just seems a bit odd about a sort of rush delivery of weapons somewhere in the wee hours of the morning. But can I ask a bit more...
Well, I can elaborate on that if you want.
Right, yeah.
It was because he'd been in conversation and the situation was pretty unique, and it was an emergency situation. And with him having been a police officer for 32 years and used to putting himself in harm's way, it was, I suppose, with hindsight, it was definitely a rush trip. But it was him wanting to help because he knew a technology was there that could save somebody's life.
But presumably that means there's no way the people this was supplied to could have been trained in it. If it was a rush job, it was here is a weapon, go and use it.
Well, it's based on the launch platform is a shotgun, and all firearms officers are very well acquainted with shotguns, and it is a very simplistic platform. It's not unlike shooting an air off. It's a very low primer, and it's no recoil, not a lot of sound, and it's very accurate. It's a very simple piece of equipment.
But, I mean, if we talk about the shotgun, I mean, yes, it is a very large shotgun. According to Taser International's webpage, it autonomously generates neuromuscular incapacitation for 20 continuous seconds. So it's different from a shotgun. It's different from the existing tasers, which only give a shock when the trigger is pulled. So are you saying that although this is a completely different class of weapon, no training would be required for it to be used in an emergency basis, and this didn't bring any alarms?
The shotgun is the launch platform. It is actually, it's akin to, you could say it's almost like a little satellite. So the launch platform is the shotgun, but it's not tethered, it's not wired. It's just if they can use a shotgun, what type of projectile is inside it is almost an irrelevance, because if they're doing a breaching round or a solid slug, as long as they understand the principles of the shotgun and can shoot it accurately.
I'm sort of told that they could hit the person they're trying to hit. That's not my concern.
Yep.
My concern is would they be using this appropriately? Because they would have had no experience with something which gives a 20 continuous second shock. They have no idea what the impact of that was, how lethal it might be, how much of a deterrent it might be.
Well, it's certainly not lethal. I mean, they've used it operationally elsewhere in the world. It's been 6 years in development.
But these people weren't trained?
Well, they've all had training with shotguns and the technology, and they did have my understanding from my business partner was that he did run through the instructors through some slides and explained all the equipment, what its capabilities were and how it had worked. And actually, officers from Northumbria Police had been to a conference in America about 18 months prior and had actually witnessed the presentations and the training. Although they weren't involved in the firearms section, they were well aware of the capabilities of the system.
Thank you.